In this short video, I just want to give you a quick outline of the practicalities of making wheatgrass juice and also apple cider vinegar. As you can see with this video, it's basically pretty easy to make them out. There's many benefits to be had with both apple cider vinegar and wheatgrass. Many great health benefits. Wheatgrass, for example, is a detoxifier. It increases red blood cell count. It can help sugar levels. It's anti-cancerous in nature. It's alkalizes the body, which is very important because your blood has to keep an alkaline limit around 7.35, 7.45. Outside of that, your body will rob nutrients from your bones in order to do that. A lot of evidence suggests that an acidic body is more prone to chronic ill health, possibly even cancers, although some people fight over that. Basically, it's a health tonic. It cleans the blood. It's good for your skin. It will kick out viruses and fungal infections and bacterial infection. So all in all, wheatgrass is a superfood. Ideally, you should take the raw wheatgrass, but to be honest with you, it's a big hassle. I tried it at one stage myself, and to get enough to have a 30 milliliter shot for myself and my wife, it was requiring 19 trays, big trays. Probably because where we were living, the soil quality was very low, etc. It's also questionable to what degree you get the nutrients from soil outside your house versus wheat being in the fields, because a lot of the benefits of wheatgrass is that before the plant gets big, it's getting ready to grow and it has all the nutrients. That's the idea where you cut the wheatgrass when the grass is 6 inches in height. But will you get those nutrients even if you're growing it in your house in a small pot? My opinion is probably the best wheatgrass will be wheatgrass that you got from a field somewhere. Second, that will be wheatgrass that you grow in your own home. And third, that will be the packaged. The problem with the packaged one is those good. You see the box there. It's very good. It has been processed. One of the benefits of wheatgrass is its enzymic activity, because once you get past 30, the body loses enzymes, and every time you eat processed food, your body has to provide the enzymes to break down the food to get the nutrients. A lot of ill health and health problems are because of nutritional deficiency, and wheatgrass is great in helping this and giving you the enzymes, especially for people who are getting a bit older. However, to keep the enzymes, when you grind the wheatgrass, if you're growing raw wheatgrass, for example, you take the wheatgrass, you wash it, and then you grind the wheatgrass in a hand grinder at less than 125 revolutions per minute, which is tiny. Your atypical juicer at home or mixer at home will do around 14,000 revolutions. That's 14,000 times a minute. That's why when you give something like a juice or a smoothie a whiz for like 5 or 6 seconds or 10 seconds, it's done like 1,000 revolutions. You have to do it by hand, which is very slow, and you have to have a special machine. So needless to say, this powder stuff has been minced by a machine, so the enzymes are probably gone. But it's still beneficial. I use it myself because I just found it very difficult to grow. Maybe some stage again I'll grow, but it was taking me an hour and a half a day and a huge amount of hassle. I'll admit I don't have green fingers, not much of a farmer, but I found it very difficult. So, one of the things that I always think is do the best you can with what you got. It's like honey. You should take a real high quality honey. If you can't get high quality honey, get low quality. Still better than nothing. So wheatgrass, even the powder wheatgrass, is pretty good. On that box I had a bit of an advertisement saying that's equivalent to 1.5 kilograms. That's 2 point something pounds of raw vegetables, which was a claim made way back in the 1930s or 40s, and probably doesn't really stand up to it. It is good, but it's not that good. The main benefits, wheatgrass has a benefits from the point of view it's full of nutrients, but it's more that the molecule of a wheatgrass is exactly the same as a hemoglobin molecule, except that instead of hemoglobin has iron at its core. You have chlorophyll at the core of wheatgrass, and that's why it's called green blood or green gold. Is that it seems to boost the body's ability to take up oxygen, because hemoglobin helps carry oxygen around the body, and also boosts red blood cell count. So it's an amazing thing. Apple cider vinegar also alkalizes the body, very important today. The diet we have is basically full of acidic foods. Everything's acidic. Wheat, like your bread is acidic, your cereals are acidic, your rice is acidic, tea and coffee, of course, are acidic. Pretty much everything breaks down into an acid in the body. So we need to alkalize the body. One great way is a lot of green vegetables, but it's hard to get enough. So I definitely think wheatgrass is fantastic. I definitely feel apple cider vinegar is fantastic, alkalizing the body, and it has a lot of benefits. It helps things like weight loss, for example. It has a boosting effect there. It can help with joint pain, although the claims that it would you get rid of uric acid will help osteoporosis is debunked. Osteoporosis is an inflammatory process, but it does seem to help with the inflammation process as well. So it's really quite powerful. It can help with the stomach and digestion, and it's packed full of very helpful nutrients. Apple cider vinegar is really very, very powerful. It's high in acetic acid, which is very good for overall health and well-being. It's antibacterial. It helps lower blood sugar levels. Helps with diabetes. It lowers cholesterol. It's good for cardiac health. And again, it's an anti-cancerous agent. So all in all, it's very, very good. So those two, if you take them every day, they are a health tonic. Now, what do I mean by health tonic? What I mean by health tonic is that it's a sort of thing which will prevent ill health. It will boost you up. Same with ginger, same with garlic. These are tonics. In the good old days, when you just go to your doctor, he would give you a tonic. So they have a very tonic-like effect upon your body, upon your health. So that's my advice to you. See this little video here? It's so easy. You just pour out the apple cider vinegar, about 2 tablespoonfuls. You mix it with about 200 milliliters of water. Same thing with you take a sachet, that's 75 gram box, 30 sachets, so it's 2 or 3 grams a sachet, 2.5 grams a sachet, something like that. And you just empty the sachet and add the water in. For maintenance, once a day of each is good. If you got chronic ill health, 2 or 3 times a day is very good. You just mix the water. At the end, I take the spoon out and stir it a little bit, which I think is also a benefit, just to make sure that everything is processing well. After drinking apple cider vinegar, it's a good idea to rinse your mouth out with water because it's acidic. Well, it's a base, but it is corrosive like an acidic, so it's bad for your teeth. Although, once inside your mouth, it actually kills a lot of germs, as does wheatgrass. I followed it down with wheatgrass to find that also works well because it takes away the corrosiveness of the apple cider vinegar. So after I finished this video, I took first the apple cider vinegar, and then, which is basically bitter, and then I took the wheatgrass, which is basically neutral in tasting. You'll find apple cider vinegar a little hard to take. It is bitter, but you have to get on with it. The wheatgrass is basically neutral, unless you get raw wheatgrass, which can be potent, really, like very powerful. When I used to do the raw wheatgrass in my house, it's like somebody hits you with something. It's literally very powerful, way more powerful. But like I said, practicality also plays a role. Regarding how to take them, there's lots of ways you can use, wheatgrass, for example. You can use it on your skin. You can use it for a hair wash. You can use loads of ways. But this is the most popular way, is just a tablespoon of 2 tablespoons, about 30 milliliters, 15 milliliter tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And the wheatgrass comes in sachet, down 2.5 gram sachet. And you just fill it with water and off you go. If you take the apple cider vinegar, if you're diabetic, for example, and take it just at mealtime, we're taking a big carbohydrate meal, it seems to improve insulin sensitivity and means that you can take less insulin, so on and so forth, or a lower dosage of metformin. So it's very beneficial around dinner time. It's also, it does stimulate the enzymic activity in the stomach just before eating, so it's a good one to take before your dinner. Wheatgrass, you can take it any time, but the one thing I say at wheatgrass, it is full of fiber, so it will make your intestines move. So I wouldn't take a shot of wheatgrass and then go out somewhere for the day where I maybe had no access to a toilet. Really, it's quite common to take wheatgrass and to go to the toilet quite a bit. So you might go to the toilet and do a number 2 within a couple of hours. And this, especially when you start taking it, most people, there's a lot of blockage in the intestines, and wheatgrass will get rid of those old blockages, old toxins in your intestines, slowing you down and causing you ill health. So it will improve after a while. The first few days you use it, you might go to the toilet a lot. After a while, improve, but it is good. So, like I said, these are the simplest things, the simplest insurance policy. Most insurance policies you have to pay into them, and when they pay out, they only pay out when you get sick or you die. With wheatgrass and apple cider vinegar, they're very cheap. They're not expensive. They're cheap. And they prevent ill health. A lot of ill health is caused by inflammation in the body. The body is fighting. There's a lot of imbalances. The food it can't process. It doesn't have enough enzymes to process the food. The food is denatured. It's full of toxins. And then you take apple cider vinegar, wheatgrass, and they kill all these toxins. They kick them out of the body. They get rid of the funguses. They get rid of the viruses and the bacteria. And everybody has some degree of bacterial infection, fungal infection, virus, very, very common. And they also help to get rid of free radicals. They're full of antioxidants, which helps you age slower, and also kills off cancer cells and stuff like that. And as well as that, they help reduce inflammation. So you're putting off chronic ill health. I can't promise that if you take this every day, you're not going to get some chronic ill health. Anything can happen to anybody, but it will help to reduce the intensity, and possibly it will help to prevent it in many cases. And it really, you'll feel a lot better and healthier because you just get that good. It's like the changing your oil filter in your car. It just feels better. You do an oil change, an oil filter change, it feels better. The human body, we don't have an oil filter, but we can use things like wheatgrass and apple cider vinegar to keep dredging that junk out of our body over a period of time. Okay, so I can't advise you any better than to take these every day. The only pain involved is the hassle of taking 2 minutes out to make them and drink them, and they don't taste great. Apart from that, they're great. Also, sturdy wheatgrass, you could put them in your juice or your smoothie. You could put 1 shot. I think it would be neutral flavor. You won't even notice. Okay, so that's why I made this video, just to show you how simple and how easy it is to do something that's really, really good for your health. Okay, so like and subscribe if possible. Thanks for dropping by.